We live in a country which is being led by people with selfish interest and selfish intentions. Let me tell you something. It is in our own intention as Nigerians to do something for ourselves, which is by adapting to the kind of government and the kind of people who lead us. For example, we have this ASU strike of a thing. Now, the strike, we know ASU strike will always come up at least, if not once in 2 years, once in 3 years, or once in 4 years. It is always like that. I have always known that as a kid, ever since I was a kid. Now, for me, I think it is high time we begin to adapt to all these circumstances. Now, students are out of session. Not necessarily, not like really out of session, but ASU has made students to be out of session. Let me tell you something. Do you know this is a time whereby you can go for a handwork? You can learn a new skill. It is high time we begin to adapt to the kind of environment we are coming from as Nigerians. We all know that strike will always come up. Still talking to my youths out there, it is very important that you make quality time with this strike you have. You can't just be at home and sit down and you're always saying, hey, federal government, come and pay money to ASU. Let's resume strike. You know, it doesn't work that way. You pray, but you can't just sit down at home and be hoping that one day ASU will call up the strike. No. For me, I will tell you that you start building on yourself. Listen very carefully. You start building. You start working. You start working towards the next semester. Now you have all the time to learn a new skill. You have all the time to develop yourself. You have all the time to do what you do as you wish to in order to increase your capabilities. You have all the time to start showcasing your talents. You have all the time to start, come on, just name it. Numerous things. And our youth will just sit and say, yeah, as a color strike, it doesn't work that way. We are Nigerians, we should get used to all these things. We should no longer blame the government for anything. We should take responsibilities for ourselves. Now to the government, let me tell you something. The reason you feel everybody is just so daft about everything. You just want to, how will I put it? You are trying to use the money to pay off the ASU, whatever, the ASU group of people, to run your elections for your own selfish intentions. I am not saying you shouldn't look for money to run your campaign, but it should not be at the detriment of students and their education. It's very barbaric, honestly, because we are the leaders of tomorrow, and you keeping us hostage at home makes us, you see, it makes some people lose focus. It makes some people become violent, because when they are out of school, they begin to interact with people who have a very crazy mentality about the world. And before you see, cultism steps in, prostitution and violence steps in. Now, I believe the reason why this government, they are also doing this thing, it's also for this ritual of a thing that we all talk about. This ritual and killing of people and missing persons during the election period, which is very, very rampant in this part of the world. I know that. Now, the thing is, you are keeping the student at home so that you can be able to, how would I put it, to manipulate them in order to use for your ritual killings and stuff. Definitely, you can't actually go to universities to go and kidnap a child. Definitely, I hope so. I've never heard about it before. Someone is being kidnapped in school. That's why I send the student back to the homes, so that you see, you can do whatever you want to do, and you're so much evil deeds. I'm not trying to expose you or anything. I'm just trying to let the public know that it is high time we begin to adjust. This strike, you have kept children, you have kept youths. This strike has led to so many killings, so many destructions. Youths die at home. You know, violence, cultism, rape, murder in one way or the other. It's really destroyed us as youth. I am not begging the federal government to pay ASU or the strike. I am begging my youths to get used to it. We should adapt to this thing. Now, what should be your next target when you resume? Your next target should be how you get a scholarship to school outside the country. How to get a scholarship to a school that's not going to be on strike no matter what. How to get scholarship into a private university. That should be your main focus and your main target right now. That is what you should work on, because you can't keep on suffering. When you see that there's suffering here and there's always suffering here, at some point in time, you adapt to the changes and you begin to think of better ways to absorb that suffering. I believe with these little words I have shared and my voice is being heard by the public, I believe the youths are going to do something marvelous in our eyes. So thank you very much to your official talk.